Welcome to the World Wrestling News Channel. Today we will discuss SmackDown on November 14th, 2025. In the opening segment of the show, Rhea Ripley and Io Sky entered the ring to discuss the future of the VAR Games match. They promised to win it as part of their team. Alexa Bliss and Charlotte Flair come out next. Because they will be on the same team at VAR Games, everyone hugs sweetly, but then Charlotte Flair refuses to team up with Rhea Ripley at Survivor Series and leaves the ring. The opening match of the show was the round of the Last Time Is Now tournament, namely the match between Jey Uso and The Miz, which, unfortunately, was a very weak start for the event. Both wrestlers tried to create an interesting story and demonstrate their skills. However, despite some bright moments, they failed to hold the attention of the audience. From the very first minutes, it became clear that none of the participants was ready to show an outstanding performance. Both wrestlers were clearly trying to dominate the ring, but their interaction looked awkward and unconvincing. The audience felt neither tension nor emotional involvement, which led to general disappointment. In the middle of the match, The Miz suddenly started doing his signature moves, which John Cena had previously used. It was an attempt to create nostalgia among the fans, but it didn't work properly as the match structure itself was too flat. Nevertheless, Jey Uso was eventually able to conduct a powerful harpoon, which made some impression. The end of the match was that Uso, with the help of Splash from the third rope, held The Miz, which ended a not very inspiring confrontation. Despite Jey Uso's victory, the overall level of the match left many questions about the preparation and dynamics. As a result, the match between Jey Uso and The Miz was a disappointment and did not meet the expectations of the audience. Both wrestlers failed to reach their potential, and many felt that neither of them had a chance to succeed in the tournament. As a result, this performance prints its pages as one of the weakest matches in the Last Time Is Now tournament. Behind the scenes, Tommaso Ciampa is outraged that Ilya Dragunov does not give him the opportunity to fight for the title of champion of the USA. Dragunov says that he wants to give chances to those who fight with honor and dignity, and not to all kinds of jerks like Ciampa. So Dragunov is going to defend the title today in a match against Axiom. Nick Aldis meets Paul Heyman and Bronson Reed outside his office. Heyman assures that the War Games contract allows him to hire absolutely any performer under the WWE contract. Aldis replies that it was already clear because it was written on paper, but he thanks Heyman for coming a long way to inform him about it personally. Cody Rhodes enters the office, which leads to a confrontation with Bronson Reed and the appointment of a title match between them in the main event. As part of the show, an open challenge for the championship of the United States of America took place, in which the reigning champion Ilya Dragunov opposed the challenger Axiom. This match became a real highlight of the evening, demonstrating both the exceptional skill of the wrestlers and the fascinating dynamics, attracting the attention of the audience. From the first minutes of the fight, it became obvious that both wrestlers were in great shape. Axiom demonstrated a variety of impressive flights and graceful interactions with ropes, which were delivered with obvious skill and precision. His acrobatic elements added dynamics and entertainment to the match, creating truly memorable moments. While Axiom was full of creative techniques, Ilya Dragunov, in his trademark manner, used powerful throws and hard punches that emphasized his aggressive fighting style. His every move was precise and thoughtful, demonstrating that he was truly ready to defend his championship at any cost. One of the highlights of the match was a reference to the legendary clash between Eddie Guerrero and Rey Mysterio, when Axiom performed a Flint DDT from the third rope. This technique evoked vivid emotions from both those present in the arena and the audience on the screens, adding nostalgia and emphasizing the level of skill with which both wrestlers worked. The finale of the match was that Ilya Dragunov managed to win using his crown finisher, Torpedo Moskov. This powerful move secured his title defense and became the final chord in a tense and exciting confrontation. The match for the United States Championship between Ilya Dragunov and Axiom was a real masterpiece. With great acrobatics, hard punches, and a powerful plot, he provided the audience with everything they can expect from a high-level wrestling match. This meeting not only strengthened Ilya Dragunov's status as a champion, but also demonstrated Axiom's unique talents. Of course, this fight will be remembered by all wrestling fans for a long time. After the match, Tommaso Ciampa beat Axiom. Then there was a segment with a brawl between Sami Zayn, Shinsuke Nakamura, Rey Fenix, Motor Machine Guns, and MFD. Backstage, Jimmy USO informed Cody Rhodes that he would be joining his team at Survivor Series, War Games. Nick Aldis informed Solo Sikoa backstage that in 2 weeks on SmackDown, MFD will compete against Sami Zayn, Shinsuke Nakamura, Rey Fenix, and Motor City Machine Guns in a traditional 5-on-5 elimination match. Uncle Howdy was watching them. At the Last Time Is Now tournament, the audience was waiting for an exciting match in the first round, where AL Knight met with a mysterious opponent who turned out to be Zack Ryder. This match was preceded by an atmosphere of mystery and expectation. It became one of the most anticipated moments of the event. From the very beginning of the match, AL Knight demonstrated his confidence and skill in the ring. He quickly established control over the fight, using a variety of techniques and his charisma to win over the audience. Zack Ryder, despite being perceived as a mysterious opponent, actually demonstrated his skills and took advantage of the moments to counterattack. The match gained momentum when both sides started exchanging punches and techniques. Ryder used his acrobatic elements to try to destabilize Knight, while Eli used his strength and powerful throws, creating thrilling moments that kept fans on their toes. In the final, AL Knight was able to defeat Zack Ryder in a worthy match, which pleased the audience with an intense fight and high-quality serve. This match was a confirmation of Knight's power and talent, and also allowed Zack Ryder to demonstrate his skills in the Last Time Is Now tournament. Backstage, Kabuki Warriors, Nia Jax, and Lash Legend beat Rhea Ripley, Io Sky, and Alexa Bliss. During the segment, Rhea mentioned that they needed to find 2 more teammates, so their match would still be 5-on-5. Jade Cargill then defeated Bifab in a short match in 2.5 minutes. The match's squash and gave nothing to anyone, neither Jade, Fab, nor the audience, the second disappointment of the show. This is not how we expected Jade Cargill to start her career. After the match, Cargill had a confrontation with Myken, who would probably become her next co-star. Nick Aldis announces the next matches of the Last Time Is Now tournament. Carmelo Hayes versus Bronson Reed. Finn Balor versus Penta. The main event of the SmackDown show featured the expected championship match, in which champion Cody Rhodes defended his title against challenger Bronson Reed. Both wrestlers have already proven themselves in the ring, and fans were expecting a spectacular fight with lots of interesting moments. The match started with intense energy as the 2 wrestlers began exchanging punches and techniques. Reversals and force interactions turned the first stage of the duel into an exciting spectacle. Cody demonstrated his renowned fighting technique and ability to adapt to his opponent's style, while Bronson Reed used his bulk and power to dominate some moments. The audience was delighted with the intense fight, which seemed to be equal. Every time one of the wrestlers tried to prepare a punch, the other found a way to get away from it, creating an exciting dynamic in the ring. Unfortunately, after 6 minutes of high tension and an exciting fight, the match took a dramatic turn. Suddenly, Braun Breaker and Logan Paul intervened in the course of events, attacking Cody Rhodes, which led to disqualification. This interference caused fury among the fans, who expected the match to end without any extraneous factors. The situation in the ring quickly escalated when other famous participants of the War Games began to come out in turn. The atmosphere became even more tense, and the chances of a fair outcome of the meeting were rapidly falling. Drew McIntyre, who also took part in the attack on Cody, sided with the villains. The championship match between Cody Rhodes and Bronson Reed turned out to be disappointing for many fans, as the ending of the match was ruined by the intervention of the Hills. Although the opening phase of the match was intense and interesting, the interference led to the result remaining incomplete. Now the audience can only guess how events will develop after this incident, and whether Cody Rhodes will be able to defend his title in future fights. Of course, we will see the continuation of this confrontation on the next shows. At the end of the match, all the famous participants of the War Games intervened in turn, and Drew McIntyre sided with Vision, who helped the healers beat the faces. At such an intriguing moment, the show goes off the air. In general, the episode left a pleasant impression. There were excellent matches and interesting segments. Therefore, the show got a solid 9 out of 10 points. Thank you for your attention. Subscribe to the channel to receive more interesting discussions about wrestling. Have a nice day and have great matches.